Sara Zimmerman Duterte is a Filipino politician and lawyer. She is popularly known in the Philippines as Inday Sara. The nickname Inday means beloved in the Visayan language. In her baptism records, her name is Sara Vicenta, in honor of her grandfather, Vicente. She is the second child of Rodrigo Roa Duterte, the 16th President of the Republic of the Philippines, and Elizabeth Zimmerman Duterte, a former flight attendant and teacher. Sara is the first ever elected woman and the youngest vice mayor and mayor of Davao City. Her life is profoundly backdropped by her family's long history in politics and public service. Her socio-political acumen and leadership skills have been sharpened by the Duterte family's tradition of working in the government and serving the people. Sara's grandfather, lawyer Vicente Tete Gonzales Duterte, was governor of the then undivided Davao province from 1959 to 1965. For 3 years, starting 1965, he served as the Secretary of General Services of former President Ferdinand Marcos. Before this, he served as acting mayor of Cebu's municipality of Danao from 1946 to 1948. Sara's Lolo Tete was a man remembered by many for his humility and magnanimity. Her grandmother, Soledad Gonzales Roa, was an educator who established a foundation in Davao City that served indigenous people's children needing education. On the other hand, Sara's maternal ancestry provided her with an acute understanding of the heart of the working class. Her maternal grandfather, Godofredo Baldazo Zimmerman, was the son of George John Zimmerman, a German-American missionary, and Cristita Baldazo, who hailed from Hilongos, Leyte. Her Lolo Godo worked his way up from crew to ship captain. Sara's grandmother, Purissima Puring Fortunado Abellana, was an exuberant popular vendor in Davao City's Bangkerohan and Manila's Baclaran markets. Puring's roots are traced back to Tuburan, Cebu, and is said to be a putative descendant of Hari Tupas, the son-in-law of Hari Humabon. Before politics, Sara had a brief stint as a court attorney in the Supreme Court of the Philippines in 2006. She then served as vice mayor from 2007 to 2010 and was elected mayor in 2010 in what is now known as the biggest landslide election victory in the history of Davao. Although a newcomer in 2007, Sara demonstrated transformational leadership skills among the members of the city council. Her colleague, the veteran legislator Pilar Braga, described her as a firm, principled, tactful negotiator, pacifier, and fearless administrator. One of the landmark legislation passed when she was vice mayor was the Watershed Code of Davao. It aims to protect, conserve, and manage the watershed areas of the city. Her landmark project while serving vice mayor was Inday para sa Barangay, a whole-of-government approach to service every year in each of the 182 barangays of the city. It is now called the Caravan of Government Services when she moved to the city mayor's office. During her term as mayor, the timeless Davao Life is Here brand was created. It propelled Davao City's image as a desired market and destination for investment and tourism events, including the meetings, incentives, conference, exhibitions market. As a neophyte mayor in 2010, she easily gained the trust of Region 11 economic pillars. Then President Benigno Simeon Aquino Jr. appointed her as chairperson of the Regional Development Council. The RDC under her leadership made notable accomplishments that propelled the region. She was also selected as a NEDA Board Regional Development Committee Mindanao Area Committee chairperson. During her first full year as RDC chairperson, Davao Region's gross-regional domestic product expanded from 3.9% in 2011 to 7.1% in 2012. Because of this notable accomplishment, Sara was lauded by Joey's Salceda, a prominent economist and well-respected member of the House of Representatives, as someone with an enlightened leadership style and sophisticated economic thinking. Under Sara's leadership, Davao City soared to greater heights and emerged as a premier city in Mindanao. For the short period of 2011 to 2013, Davao City received 36 awards, citations, and recognitions for good governance, business, tourism, health, environment, fiscal management, transparency, among others. Sara served as a regional officer of the National Movement of Young Legislators in 2007 to 2010 and served as officer in the National Executive Board of the League of Cities Philippines in 2010 to 2013. At this point, she already figured in the early surveys for senators in the 2013 elections, even if she was underage. In 2013, Sara took a respite from politics, devoting her time as one of the partner lawyers of Carpio and Duterte lawyers. She passed the pre-judicature program of the Philippine Judicial Academy in preparation for her plans to join the judiciary. Her desire to continue serving the public led her to be involved in a non-government organization, and in 2014, she was elected to the Board of Governors of the Philippine Red Cross. On the side, she worked on various product endorsements and as a segment host for a local morning news show on GMA Network. Her hosting job gave her the opportunity to volunteer, deliver relief, and report firsthand on the damage and the needs of the Boholanos during the 2013 earthquake. In 2016, Sara re-entered local politics and ran for mayor. She and her mother Elizabeth, who was in between cancer treatments, embarked on a national bus caravan called Biyaheng Duterte to help campaign for President Duterte. They were joined by some members of the family and Sara's friends and classmates from high school. Fresh from the success of the bus campaign, the centerpiece of her mayoral comeback was called Biyaheng Duterte, a political agenda guided by 30 projects for 10 priority sectors: education, health, poverty alleviation, infrastructure development, solid waste management and environment, agriculture, investment and tourism, traffic and transportation management, disaster risk reduction and management, and peace and order. As a believer of continuity, Sara's 2019 mayoral re-election bid was anchored on the 2016 platform, but this time called Biyaheng Duterte, the second trip. Sara relentlessly pursued peace and progress in her administration. As a result, she was able to lift Davao City to a stellar national status with 117 awards, citations, and recognitions from March 2017 to December 2021. Davao City is included on the 2021 Top 10 Richest Cities of the Philippines of the Commission on Audit, and in the same year, Davao City was ranked the 4th most competitive, highly urbanized city by the Department of Trade and Industry. At the end of calendar year 2022, Davao City is expected to be debt-free. At the start of 2016, when she returned as mayor, Davao City's loan balance was in the amount of 1.3 billion pesos out of all loans contracted by the city during the years 2000, between 2005 and 2010, and in 2015. Loan repayments have been consistently provided for in the budget. For the year 2022, the amount of 46.7 million pesos has been made available for the final repayment, making Davao City debt-free. During her terms as mayor between 2016 and 2022, she played supporting roles to the Regional Development Council and the Regional Peace and Order Council. Sara accepted the challenge of the appointment as chairperson of both the Metropolitan Davao Coordinating Committee under the RDC and the Task Force Tuganay of the RPOC. Both committees are trailblazing peace and development initiatives in Region 11. The Metro Davao Committee lists as an accomplishment the House of Representatives and Senate approval of the creation of Metro Metropolitan Davao Development Authority. Sara has been recognized both here and abroad for the work that she has done as local chief executive. In 2012, she was one of the 88 nominees to the prestigious World Mayor Awards and one of the only 2 Filipino mayor nominees. In 2021, she was selected as the Philippines' top-performing mayor with a rating of 93% by an independent and non-commissioned survey of the RP Mission and Development Foundation Incorporated. It was a feat achieved in the time of the crushing COVID-19 pandemic. Foreign governments have also recognized Sara for her work, generously supporting and inviting her to learn from their countries. She was one of only 2 Philippine mayors invited in 2012 by the government of Israel to attend the 28th International Mayors Conference. In that same year, she also participated in the World Mayors Forum in Singapore. In 2018, Sara participated in an urban planning study tour in the cities of Tokyo and Kitakyushu with the Japan International Cooperation Agency. And in 2020, she attended the 88th Winter Meeting of the United States Conference of Mayors in Washington, D.C. Sara is an alumna of the International Visitors Leadership Program of the U.S. State Department. Her advocacies are reflected in the projects dearest to her, the Peace 911, Magnegosyo Taday, Pagbabago Campaign, and the Kian Gabriel Hotline. Peace 911 is a successful local peace initiative that practically brought stability to the once conflict area of Paquibato District in Davao City. The project contributed to the collapse of the New People's Army Guerrilla Front 55. Magnegosyo Taday is a livelihood support project that encouraged entrepreneurship of women. The success of MTD spawned the Rainbow Magnegosyo Taday that intend to support entrepreneurship in the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transsexual community. The Pagbabago campaign is a 2-pronged approach to solving interlocking problems related to poverty, children's education, and responsible parenthood. Through the Pagbabago campaign, children and parents in the communities are given bags branded as Pagbabago that contain reading materials on the importance of education and responsible parenting. Sara personally delivers these bags to children and parents. She uses her voice and influence to steer families into the right path out of poverty. The Kian Gabriel Hotline was created to allow anonymous reporting of child neglect and abuse that paved the way to rescue children in distress. The hotline was created in memory of 2 children in Davao City who died because of abuse. Since its operationalization in October 2016 and as of January 2022, no child has died at the hands of abusers in the city. In 2018, Sara led the creation of Hugpong ng Pagbabago, a region-wide political party aimed at creating a strong, peaceful, and developed region that can become a symbol of hope for our country's progress. Just like in 2016, she also went around the country in 2019, but this time on her favorite big bike, a 900cc Yamaha XSR, she fondly named Ella to help campaign for senator candidates. In November 2021, Sara took her oath as a member of the Lakas Christian Muslim Democrats National Party. Sara is currently the chairperson of both the HNP and Lakas CMD. Sara is an adopted member of the Philippine Military Academy Maharlika class of 1984 and the Philippine National Police Academy Tagapagkalinga class of 1991. She is a member of the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary and the Armed Forces of the Philippines Army Reserve Command. She holds the rank of colonel and is currently the Assistant Brigade Commander of the 2202nd Ready Reserve Combined Arms Brigade, Philippine Army. She has received several medals, ribbons, badges, and citations for her work in Davao in support of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. She also received a presidential award from former President Benigno Simeon Aquino Jr. and the Philippine Commission for the Urban Poor in December 2011. And in August 2021, Sara was celebrated by Asia Pacific Luminaire Awards as someone who has contributed to the creation of a brighter future. Sara is a Bachelor of Science in Respiratory Therapy graduate from the San Pedro College in Davao City. She received her Juris Doctor degree from the San Sebastian College Recoletos in the city of Manila. She was presented as one of the 30 most outstanding St. Augustine awardees of San Sebastian in January 2014 and was granted by the San Sebastian College of Law the Distinguished Alumna Award for Public Service in February 2020. She also received the Distinguished Woman of Service Award from the San Beda College Alumni Association in February 2011. Sara spent 4 years of law school at the San Beda and her final year in San Sebastian. Sara is a graduate in 2011 of the twin program of the Armed Forces of the Philippines Command and General Staff College, General Staff Course, and the Development Academy of the Philippines, Master of Public Management. Sara is blessed as an adopted member of the Ate tribe of Davao City in 2013. She was given the name Bio Simolun. She is also an adopted daughter of the province of Camarines Sur and the city of Tangub, and in 2019, she was blessed as an adopted daughter of the province of Abras Tingyan tribe, given the name Dulimaman, which was inspired from the courageous heroine in the tribe's epic Wadagan Ken Dulimaman. Sara was once involved in an infamous punching incident of a court sheriff in 2011. She has twice publicly apologized for what happened and was suspended by the Department of the Interior and Local Government and reprimanded through an administrative case. Looking back, she describes the sad incident as a turning point in her life as a politician, a constant reminder not to embarrass the mandate given to me by the people. She now considers herself the best person to talk about peace because she was once a national face of rage. Meanwhile, Sara has a collection of photos of herself with facades and altars of numerous Catholic churches taken during her travels all around the country. She is keenly interested in the architecture and history of Catholic churches, believing that each reflect the faith of the people and the uniqueness of the towns where these churches are built. She is married to fellow lawyer Manassas Reyes Carpio, and they have 3 children named Shark, Stingray, and Stonefish. Inday Sara is undoubtedly no magician, but the strength of her heart to lift everyone and soar high, fight, and win makes her second to none.
Dapat pantay-pantay ang lahat. Walang kasarian, edad o relihiyon. Walang mahirap, walang mayaman. Ang kailangan ng bansa, pagkakaisa ng bayan, disiplinadong mamamayan, tuloy-tuloy na kaunlaran.
Siya'y isang simpleng tao, aking namatunayan. Mapagpakumbaba sa madla, maging sa kaibigan. Siya ay idolo ng marami, matanda at kabataan. Idolo ng inyong lingkod at tunay kong hinahangaan. At ngayong nakita ko na ang tunay na agila, sa buong Pilipinas siya'y aking ipapakila.